Why does overwhelm happen in the first place? The brain isn't built for constant, relentless decision-making. Switching tasks destroys productivity and increasing stress, and people often confuse busyness for productivity. How do we typically handle overwhelm in our society or as humans? Most commonly, we try harder. So we add more effort, okay? I'm overwhelmed, there's too many things going on, I'm juggling all these things. I'm going to juggle better. I'm gonna try harder. Clearly, some of the balls are dropping. It's my fault, I'm an idiot. I have to try harder. This was my choice. I put all these balls in the air, I must juggle them. I must do a better job. So try harder, that's typically what overachievers do. And then they add more hours. They add more hours, well, you know, the 3-hour work week, a 3-day work week turns into 4, 4 turns into 5, 5 turns into 6, 8 hours turns to 10, 10 turns to 12. We have our 5 to 9 a.m. job, and then we have our 9 to 5 job, and then we have our 5 to 9 p.m. job, which is what happens with a lot of entrepreneurs. More hours, that's gonna solve everything. I promise it's just gonna be temporary, honey. These 18-hour days, just temporary. Then we forget to put a finite time frame around how long we're gonna work at that rate. And then we work more intensely. More ideal way to structure our lives is with better prioritization filters, which we're gonna talk about, stronger systemization, intentional constraint, and leadership leverage. So those are some of the things that I'm gonna talk about. Here's my little graph that I made. The overwhelm trifecta, decision fatigue, multitasking, and cognitive load is gonna lead you to the O word, overwhelm. So let's talk about decision fatigue. I'm gonna kind of define these things really, really quickly, and then we'll talk about the antidote to overwhelm. So decision fatigue. How many people have heard about the Israeli judge study? It's kind of famous. Yeah, so the Israeli judge study is really interesting. They took 1,100 parole decisions. Parole approval was highest at the beginning of the day and then dropped near zero right before breaks. So it spiked back up immediately after food and rest. And the same judges, same court, same case type. So it looks something like this. So favorable result, time, okay? So early in the morning, a lot of people are getting paroled. As the day went on, getting crabbier, hungrier, so many decisions, can't barely stand it. And then lunch, baseline, starts again. Really, really, really good, super empathetic, super compassionate, and then drops towards the end of the day. So this is a well-known kind of study because it demonstrates a lot of different things. The researchers concluded that we have a finite limit or capacity for decision-making over a certain period of time, okay? And they also connected that to willpower. So we also have a finite amount of willpower that we can express throughout the day before we're exhausted. And you guys have all experienced this, right? It's like you're doing a 24-hour fast. How many people have done a 24-hour fast before? Yeah, a lot of people in this room. You ask the general public and it'll be 1 out of 1,000. But of course, there's 75% of this room have done a 24-hour fast. So you're doing a 24-hour fast, you're expending all of this amazing willpower, you're drinking your salt water and your black coffee, and you get to the 24th hour in 1 minute, and you have 3 cheeseburgers and 3 large fries, right? So it's not because you're hungry, it's because you've expelled all of the willpower that you had over that period of time, and you find a gap in that willpower and bad things happen.